Hello, boys and girls. I hope you're doing well and that you've had a wonderful week. I hope if you're back in school, it's been a good second, third week. And if you haven't started yet, that you're looking forward to starting soon. I've been doing a lot of thinking this week about how, sometimes in life things can be a little scary. And you might be nervous about something, whether, it's going to school, whether it's making new friends, whether it's trying something new that you've never done before. And the nice thing is that we have a friend in Jesus, and he can help calm any situation. He can make us feel better about anything that's going on in life. And there's a perfect story about this in the Bible, and it's where Jesus calms the storm. So I'm going to read from the book Night Night Bible Stories, and that's probably backwards because it looks backwards on my screen. But it's Night Night Bible Stories by Amy Parker, if anybody wants to check out this book for your family. And this is the story, Jesus Calms a Storm. Jesus had spent the day like any other day, teaching and speaking to the crowds by the lake. Later that night, he and his followers climbed aboard a boat to cross the lake. As the boat went farther, the skies grew darker. Thick gray clouds covered the light of the moon. The wind began to race across the water, and the waves began to knock against the wooden boat. Have any of you ever been to the beach before and seen the waves at the ocean go back and forth and back and forth? Especially like during a storm, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Like they get so high, and it can be a little frightening, but neat to watch. So that's kind of what was going on out on the ocean here. Several of Jesus's friends were fishermen. They had seen sudden storms sweep across this lake before. But when the waves started coming over the sides of the boat and washing across the deck, they knew that this was no ordinary storm. They all were thinking the same thing. Where is Jesus? And here's the picture of the boat and the waves. See how high they are? And they're on that boat, and the boat's probably rocking back and forth. And that's when they found him. He was at the back of the boat, fast asleep. I don't know if you can see. See, look, fast asleep. And they're all wondering how in the world he could be sleeping through this storm. They couldn't believe it. Jesus, they yelled, don't you even care that we're all going to drown? Slowly, Jesus sat up. He looked left, he looked right, he looked up at the rain falling from the sky. Steady and sure, Jesus stood up on the rocking boat in the middle of the storm. Quiet, he yelled into the wind. Be still, he said to the roaring waves. Let's see what happens. And just like that, look at there, just like that, the wind was silent, the water was smooth as glass, the boat stood still. Their friends looked at one another. The waves and the wind had stopped on command, on his command. He told them to stop, and they did. The waves completely stopped. Again, their thoughts were the same. Who is this man who can even control the wind and the waves? Jesus looked to his friends, his followers, his disciples. Why were you so scared? He asked them. Where was your faith? Which is kind of a fancy way of saying, where was your trust in me? Being a follower of Jesus was really going to change the way they looked at things from now on. Yes, they would face many storms, whether actual storms like on a boat where you have the waves, or storms in their life, like when they might be afraid or nervous. But they would never look at the storms the same way again. And you know why they never look at them the same way again? Because they knew that Jesus was going to be with them. Whoosh goes the wind, crash goes the waves, but trust in Jesus and you will be saved. So I want to just end with this little prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for keeping me safe when life gets dark and rough. And when it does, please help me remember to look to you. Amen. So you guys never have to be afraid. You never have to be nervous, even though it's completely normal to feel those things. But just remember, when you feel those things, you can also look to Jesus and you can talk to him and you can ask him to be there for you, and he'll help you not be so nervous and not be so scared. If you trust that he's with you, he will be there and he will help you along the way. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.